offseason's over. Welcome to the 2017 Gators football season in the Coach KJ Carousel Dynasty. We have a lot of questions to answer this year, starting with who's going to be QB1. First option is Dana Garcia. He was our backup last year. He's a 6'9 gunslinger who stands in the pocket. Then you get into your backup, and that's Kalif Raymond. He's the hotshot young guy who just came in. He's a true freshman. He's about a 78 overall. He's a real good pocket passer. So, do you give him a shot? Or do you go with the athletic, maybe a little less arm talent quarterback who has a strong arm but not the accuracy in Earl Brown II? He was on the team last year. You didn't really see him play much at all, if at all. But he could give you that little bit of juice that you got from Jack Garola at quarterback last season. But you can run into some of the same accuracy issues we had. So, do you give him a shot? Well, throughout the spring, it was a big, long battle between these guys. And what I can tell you is, the first one I eliminated was Kalif Raymond. He is young, but he is inaccurate. However, he is going to end up being your backup quarterback. The main reason is that if we somehow come out with Earl Brown II as your starter, you know that Dana Garcia is going to want to hit the portal and conserve his red shirt for the year and move on to a new school. So I don't see him being a good backup again. But if he is the starter, Kalif Raymond matches his style a little bit better. Brown is just a little bit younger still. He wasn't a highly touted prospect, so I think we could get him in the game with some specialty packages, even if he's the third stringer. So Kalif Raymond's your backup. So do you go with Earl Brown II, who's a lower overall? But like I said, he's dynamic, man. He gives you options. Or the big, not so mobile pocket passer in Dana Garcia, who doesn't have the strongest arm in the world like you'd think from a big guy. What do? Well, we decided ultimately that through the spring and fall practices, our best option was to give Dana Garcia the starting job. So he's your new QB1 moving forward. But you will see Earl Brown II get some packages here or there just because of that dynamic ability to run the ball. So that is one question answered for this season. At running back, nothing's going to change there. The only thing I will say is Ladarius Marlowe, the running back who we got, who has speed as a true freshman, will see some playing time throughout the season just because of his dynamic ability. Now looking ahead to the wide receiver position, there really isn't anybody here that you probably haven't heard of before. But we have some young guys who are going to step in and play, like Breland Brown, who is a true freshman that we brought in this recruiting class. We expect big things out of him, and we expect him to be able to go down the field for us. And we're going to have a guy step up like David Hester, who was on the team last year and made plays for us, but now he's expected to be wide receiver 1 for this offense. Let's see if he's up to the task. Now, looking at wide receiver number 3, that's going to be Logan Houston. He's a sophomore redshirt. He's been around just as long as David Hester, and he's getting his shot as he beat out sophomore Macario Dorba for the spot during the spring. Now, looking at some of our O-line changes, we don't have many. At right tackle, we have a transfer though. David Lukehart came over from Clemson. He's immediately going to be our replacement for Austin Barber at tackle. Let's see if he's up to the task this season. And then at guard, we have a new freshman coming in who's a hot shot, man. His name's Hassan White. He comes in at almost I think he's a 90 overall, almost a 90 overall, but man, he is a beast. So he's going to make a huge difference for this O-line. Now, looking at our defense, there isn't a whole lot of difference across the D-line except for Norkeithius Moore stepping in. He was one of our top recruits. He replaces the departed Justice Boone and the transfer of Seth Harden. So he's going to be our new defensive end. And luckily for us, we didn't lose any of our defensive tackles, so we still have the same players up the middle. Now looking at linebacker, we have Nelson Lohman, who's going to end up being your starter. He won the starting job to replace Scooby Williams, who was fantastic for us last year and won a couple of awards. So that he's going to have big shoes to fill. Now looking at our back end, our top recruit coming in, Max Pierre. He wasn't the highest ranked recruit, but he came in at a 92 overall. We are excited to have him, and I think he's going to make a huge impact on this defense. So we're excited for this season. We do have a few questions though coming in. Is Coach KJ on the hot seat? Florida fans do not accept losing to rivals, and there has been a little bit of trouble for Coach KJ winning against rivals here in Gainesville. So you know that if he cannot win against rivals, Florida's going to crank that heat up on him. So hopefully Coach KJ can get it figured out with the 12-team playoff. Maybe a college playoff berth with a loss or two to a rival could make that all just a little bit better. But we're excited to get into the 2017 season and debut our 12-team playoff, which we better be a part of. If not, Coach KJ's seat is going to be on fire if he makes it through the season at all. I want to thank you for watching our spring ball and off-season video. I'll be back soon to begin the next season. Have a great day. I want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm LDJ11, and I'm out.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar. Just on my